Hey, how y'all doing today? Welcome to the Quarter Report brought to you by the Red Light Special, and this is Word on the Net. Now, Mr. Smith, and Shannon Sharp, they've been friends. I don't know how close their relationship is, but uh, Shannon Sharp, said he's not guilty of these charges. You feel what I'm saying? He's not guilty of his charges. You feel me? He's saying he finna fight it. You know what I mean? He finna take it all the way to the door. So I'm saying, at the end of the day, with the text messages released and the phone calls and all that, it's kind of me personally. I think I don't know. It's kind of hard because I hate like victim blaming. You feel me? I hate being the one thinking, Sam, I don't know if it's real. But when you think about the fact that the chick was only that this young woman was only 20 years old at the time and an only model fan, which I'm gonna try to be transparent with that, right? I don't think because somebody's an only model fan, that's a reason to say that they trying to get over them. It's just another avenue to hustle, another avenue to make some money. You know what I'm saying? By any means necessary. We living in hard times where it's hard to get money nowadays. You know what I mean? So anyway, I was sitting here watching a few videos and I thought I might want to share them with you, get get your response so they tell me how you feel about the situation. You dig what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tuning in. This is the Quarter Report, man. Do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for me. You know what I'm saying? Put that thumbs up in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm I'm kind of torn at this point right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of really torn in believing what is what. And on one hand, I can understand a person worth millions dealing with a woman that don't have nowhere near the kind of money you got and being controlling. Like you hear these stories all the time, allegedly that these rich millionaires, you dig, they sitting at, they got this way they live life. To whereas if you want to be with me, okay, you meet a woman, she's nobody. What to you, she's nobody. She's somebody to her family and her friends, but to you, she's really nobody. She's no name. In a millionaire's mind, if I get with her, I'm finna change her life. If I get with her and they see us out and post pictures of us together, I'm finna change her life forever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm finna be on the road. You gonna be at the house taking care of this house. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter what you say, your life would never be as good as this. You know what I'm saying? Or never was close to being as good as this by you dealing with me. This is what the allegedly the mind frame of millionaires. You know what I'm saying? When they single. So with that being said, right, I'm not gonna sit here and like I said, I'm not gonna victim blame or victim shame or none of that because I don't know how true it is. But from that phone call, you know what it sounded like to me with that phone call. I'm gonna be honest with you, it sounded like they had some kind of thing that they was into, like role playing, and it was crazy. It's funny how the world will hear these phone calls, listen to these people. I told you people could say anything and the world turn them. You know what I'm saying? So now they instantly believe it. To me, it seemed like she was setting him up from the beginning. He met her at the gym. You feel me? Some kind of way, the conversation went from let's see who can lose the most weight, and if you beat me, I'll buy you some breasts. I'll buy you some titties. You feel me? And went from there. Quote unquote, they've been dealing with. They say they've been dealing with each other for around 2 years. But the reason why I said sign to role playing to me because I was once in a couple of situations where the women I was dealing with was into the role playing thing. I had to leave one woman alone because she was into the S&M thing. You feel me? Like she wanted me. She was into a lot of weird stuff, man. She like talking about she wanted me to, you know what I'm saying, which was, yeah, she would like to go to showers. She definitely like to go to showers. She used to like for me to put a dog leash around her neck and walk her around the house. You know what I'm saying, like a dog. You know what I'm saying? And that was one female. And the reason why I quit messing with her because Shorty talking about she wanted to go to the grocery store with me, and she wanted me to put a leash around her neck and walk her around the grocery store. Now let me tell you something. You did, I like I said, I'm not racist at all. I love all color women, and this particular woman just happened to be Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm thinking I go to the grocery store with you, put a collar around your neck and walk around a grocery store, and as black as I am, they're going to say white slavery. They're going to say pimping and pandering. You feel me? That is the thing that they're going to do. So I say, you know what? This girl's a little too out there for me, so I had to leave her alone. You did. I had another female. You dig? And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. She used to want me to put on a mask and act like I was a home intruder, and she was wanting me to act like I was violating her, like a sexually assaulting her in this little reenactment. So when I used to go, I'm just being real. Hold on. I ain't trying to take y'all off. I'm just trying to keep y'all mind on this path that I'm on right now. I want y'all to think about what I'm thinking about, right? So, excuse me. She used to want me to, we had this the way our spot was set up, where I can go out the door, and it had a little ledge by the window, and I can climb over onto the balcony thing and climb through climbing through the little window thing, like as if I was a burglar, right? So that's what we used to do. I used to throw on the little ski mask. You did what I'm saying? Put on a little black sweatsuit, something, nothing up under it, you did. And I used to climb through the window. She'd lay there, act like she was asleep. And then I used to, you know what I mean? But that was our thing. She would call me on the phone, be like, yeah, oh, you gonna come break in tonight? I hope nobody didn't break in my house tonight. Well, so that was a thing for us. You feel me? So when I heard that phone call between Shannon Sharpe and this woman, you dig? I'm like, I was kind of conflicted. I was like, wait a minute, I don't know. It don't sound. Only thing that made it sound like it was real to me, truthfully honest, was towards the end of that phone call. You know what I'm saying? Was towards the end of that. Even when he said to her, he said, "Oh, you gonna make me? You say that one more time, I'm gonna strangle you. I'm gonna choke the hell out of you when I see you." And she was like, "I don't think that's a good look." And he was like, "I don't think it's a good look what you did to me." You know what I'm saying? But then he's like, "I might just choke you in public." I'm like, yo, this dude. But when I heard that, I didn't take it serious. I took it as some kind of little thing that they got. Maybe she's the type of woman that told him, I'm kinky. I like to get, I'm saying, slapped on. I like for people to choke me. And you heard in the message, she said, "I want you to choke me." So now when he said, "I'm gonna choke you," now she set him up. Who have sex and secretly record it? You know how many excuse my language, you know how many tapes that I done been involved in that wasn't never secretly recorded when we done set cameras up here, camera for personal use only. It's not on the internet no more. For cameras over here and cameras over there, and we sit there and get it in. You feel me? So my thing is, at the end of the day, why did she sneak and record it? That's the problem. So it seemed like a setup from the gate. And this is why I say this, right? And this is to all my female friends out, all the females that's tuning in, and y'all can tell to relate. I know sometimes when people get essayed in some kind of form of fashion, they hesitate to go get help. And I understand that. You feel me? But my thing is, if you felt like he was doing you so bad, why when the first time it happened, he didn't listen? Why he didn't go straight to the police then? Right? And people say, why you don't go to the police? And women say, because we don't do stuff like that. It ain't that easy. I get it. But this is a Caucasian woman dealing with an extra crispy black monkey looking dude. And you mean to tell me she was too scared to go to the police and say he did this to me? Why you wait until first y'all negotiated for almost $10 million? You was about to be happy with that because he didn't change your life from an OnlyFans page. Even if he offered you $5 million, that would have, if he offered you $1 million, that would have changed the dynamic of your life right then. But y'all was negotiating for $10 million. And all of a sudden, when you hear about $100 million deal, y'all dropping and boosted up to 50 million. Now, people will say, "Oh, he must be guilty because he's willing to pay for the pay." No, that don't mean he's guilty. If you pay attention to history, all celebrities, first thing they do is when lawsuits pop up, if they got a lot of things going on in their life and they got too much money, they'd be like, "Yo, just pay it." The lawyers will advise them, "Listen, we can drag this out. It's going to cost you more money going back and forth to court. You're going to lose in the long run way more than what you would if you settle. Go ahead and settle this and put this behind you." That don't mean you're guilty. That just means you're too busy to deal with this kind of stuff. So all you people that's pointing a finger at Shannon Sharpe talking about he's this, he that, man, listen, either you dudes are questionable Leary or y'all just got hated juice up in you, bro. Because me personally, I can't convict a man based on circumstances bullshit. And I'm gonna be real. That phone call to me was bullshit. Them text messages, whatever, with all that shit was bullshit. It showed, and that's what I want y'all to see. She's a young white Caucasian, or she's a young white girl, right? 20 years old when he met her. He's a big black football player. You feel me? Who the hell you think they're gonna believe when they walk in? This country is not set up for us to win at nothing. And that's his fault. And I'm gonna tell you why that's his fault. Like I said, I'm not racist at all. But I do believe when you at a certain statue in life, that it's better to be recognized who you around. Pay attention to the people you bring in your circle, because everybody in your circle ain't gonna be there for your better for your better parts. They gonna want to see you. A lot of people want to see you fall off. You know what I'm saying? Now, Mr. Smith here, right? I don't. It's kind of hard to take his interview because I don't know where he was. Like, it seemed like at one hand he got his back, and then on another hand he like looking at Sharp like, oh, it's like he was mad. To me, it seemed the tone of his voice sounded like he was mad that dude was finna get $100 million contract. He was all over the day a few days ago. It's just a bunch of weird stuff. But anyway, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I don't want to get too much into it. You feel me? Let's get to this video and we'll talk more on it then. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, let's do it. Give me 1 second, please. I'll set this thing up, man, because there we go. So let's get it. Yeah, man, it's just crazy to me, man. I've been sitting there tripping like, wow, this is every time you look up, it seems like it's a new celebrity. It don't matter. Every time you look up, it's because a new celebrity catches you.
Attorney Lanny J. Davis states, this lawsuit filed by Gabriella and orchestrated by her attorney Tony Buzbee is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharp for millions of dollars. It is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations and will not succeed. In her efforts to extract a large financial settlement, Ms. Zayega presented Mr. Sharp with a secretly recorded video of a consensual sexual encounter. We believe the video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as a non-consensual. Ms. Zayega has refused to provide a copy of the full unedited version of the recording to Mr. Sharp's legal.
Shannon Sharp felt compelled to come out in his own defense.
Now, like I said, they had a secretly recorded tape with a consensual sex. Why would you secretly record that? Like, this is what I want the viewers to sit there and think about. If you and your partner, whoever it may be, decide to engage in a sexual conduct, a sexual situation, right? And y'all don't consent to recording it, both of y'all, then somebody secretly recorded, then what is the purpose of secretly recording? Why would you secretly record yourself getting abused so you can when you can go straight on? All you have to do is just have sex with him. Excuse my language, just have, you know what I'm saying, just get out, have intercourse with him. And then go straight to the police afterwards if you feel like he did something. Why secretly record it? That means that you went over there multiple times and y'all engaged in this. To me, you know what it sounds like? Somebody got in her head and told a girl, you 20 years old, that man old as shit. Listen, and he's a multimillionaire. You better get some money about this motherfucker. That's what you better do. That's what it sounded like happened to me. And they put together a plan to bring him down. Every black man who becomes successful and get a lot of money and a lot of power, the powers that be bring that man down. Let's get back to it. Hey, yo, do me a favor. Hit that like and
how we interpret that. Let me be very, very clear about where I'm coming from. I'm a bit torn in terms of his response. On one hand, Tony Buzbee has sued Jay-Z. He did sue Diddy. He did accuse them, or represented the woman who was accusing them of assault, of sexual assault, and said that she was 13 years of age at the time when talking about Jay-Z and Diddy, and Jay-Z went ballistic and emphatically denied it, wouldn't let it go. The case was dropped, and now he's suing Buzbee, mentioning words like...
Now, me, personally, when I think about this, I think about this lawyer that tried to put the Trump charges on Jay-Z. Now, I'm gonna be like transparent as much as I can here, right? I am not in the room with no celebrities. I am not at no mansion party with no celebrities. I don't actually know what's going on. Only thing all of us as viewers, as people of content viewers, we're looking at this information, we taking it in, we making our own judgment on it. I think she's guilty, or I think he's guilty. Excuse me. But in our reality, you know what I'm saying? We don't know. And that's the problem with America. We so quick to pass judgment without having any proof. You know what I'm saying? Like on the real though, so you really gotta understand that this seems like a real money play. $50 million when you were just about to settle for 10. And my thing is, you people, again, quit thinking when somebody settled that they're guilty. People be busy. People got things going on in their life. You think they want to go back and forth to court for years and years, a couple of years out their life was going to hours and hours of just to sit there and spend all this money to find yourself, okay, no matter what. And it's still going to be on your name. Like, come on, man. And then after that, you done took a major loss and lost endorsements and everything because you can't fulfill your part of your contract or being somewhere and doing what you're supposed to do. Come on, let's get back to it. Hit that like, comment, subscribe button, man. Put them thumbs up in the comments, man. I need to get these subscribers up, man. I'm almost at 50 subscribers, man. And, you know, I'm trying to get it up there. I know it's not a lot, but with y'all help, I can do it. You feel me? Only thing y'all got to do is quit being lazy. See that little finger of yours that you, like, I used to do the same thing. Look at videos and wouldn't like them. You know what I'm saying? Just scroll through them. But go on here. It don't hurt you. It don't cost you. It don't make no energy of yours for you to just be like, click, let me hit this like button. Click, let me subscribe. Let me move on to the next content. That's all. Help your boy get up there. I'm trying to get this content out there so the world can understand. We don't just have one way of looking at things. I'm not the type of person that agree with everybody. But anyway, let's get back to the story. Hit that subscribe button, that like button.
Extortion and other things. So when Shannon Sharpe brought up Mr. Busby in that video that we aired and talked about him being extorted, he brought up Mr. Busby and Mr. Busby's past. And he talked about him, going against African American men. There's two thoughts there. On one hand, there's the Jay-Z, who obviously should be presumed innocent, not just because you should be presumed innocent until found guilty, but because of the manner in which he fought on his own behalf and has been very aggressive in going after Tony Busby. In the case of P. Diddy, you don't know what to believe. Again, the case against Jay-Z was a civil suit. Diddy was a civil suit. But in Diddy, you don't know what to believe because of all the allegations he's facing. But we can't forget that Tony Busby was also the person that represented at least 24 of the 27 women that accused Deshaun Watson of sexual misconduct along with other allegations. And at least 23 of those cases were settled. So we have an obligation to mention that. So on one hand, going on the...
You don't have an obligation to mention that. He put that in the air. To me, I don't know, man. Like, when I listen to him talk, that don't sound like a friend. That don't sound like a friend that's mad or feel bad about your situation. He sounds like somebody that's happy about the situation. The way, if you really listen to him close, this $100 million deal that everybody all over the place was just talking about, that sounds like something a bitter person would say. You feel me? Like, what is that got to, I mean, like, why is that you're the topic of yoga? That's a friend of yours, somebody you brought to the podcast. I don't, it just seemed funny to me, man. I don't know.
Offensive to defend himself, I completely understand where Shannon Sharpe is coming from. On the other hand, when his legal team issued out the press release on X yesterday, and they spoke about, they mentioned her name, and they revealed some of those explicit text messages, that was uncomfortable. And I don't know if that's a strategy that would work.
Accusations of...
Now, you know what I'm saying? I need y'all honest opinion. Leave it in the chat, man. Tell me what y'all think. You feel me? Tell me what you thinking for real, because I don't know, man. Like maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way, but it don't seem like he really got Shannon Sharp back. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Smith seems like he's holding some kind of deep resentment. You feel me? Because the way he said I brung him to the show, I think he just looked at it like I brung him to the show, and he's just bubbling so hard now, getting $100 million contract to do podcast. All of that, he done lost everything. Everything. This is crazy, man. Like all because of some chick saying he did something. And I'm praying to God, if he did do it, hold him accountable for it. You feel me? If he did do it, hold that man accountable. But if he didn't do it, hold that one. See, this is the problem. A lot of these accusers who are accusing people and they're finding out to be lies, they need to be prosecuted. It shouldn't be just no shame. It should be, you tore my life up with these lies. You made me lose money. They should do some kind of time. They should do something. You know what I'm saying? Besides the fact of just looking like, oh, well, we missed the bag. No, it should be some kind of consequences to people's actions, man.
Sexual assault. Here it is.
Hit that like button.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Buzbee, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Buzbee targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media.
And that's another thing right there, right? Is what was secretly recorded. I'm confused now. Like, was the okay? I understand the phone call was secretly recorded, but was the video secretly recorded? And if she did want to record it, you knew she was recording it. Why you didn't have her send you a copy of it? Like, you know, every time I shot a video with a female, we were finna get it popping. Hey, as soon as that video done, send that video to me. If it's too large to send, break it down in pieces and send it to me. You dig? I like to look at my own work sometimes, but I'm just, excuse me, I'm just saying though, man. Like I don't understand how, as old as he is, as much money as he is, why he didn't have enough common sense to have cameras around to back up the kind of money he playing with, and the kind of women, the kind of the status he is in life. Every room in my house would have cameras all over it. Any female I deal with would sign a contract saying this is consensual. We finna get it popping, whatever the case it is. I'm not running up in nothing without no cameras there to back me up with this kind of charges. Well, knowing I got this kind of money and people want to take it from me. No, I'm not doing that.
The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Buzbee want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about.
I am the executive producer.
Now, with that being said, right, I don't know, because even with Shannon Sharp, despite the rumors of him and his situation, they ain't got nothing to do with this right here. I don't care about who he sleep with. Like I always say, whatever you eat don't make me shit. But what I will say is this, right? I don't think that he would have the necessary need to take anything from her. If he is a down low man, he getting the best of both worlds. Like P. Diddy, for instance, the best of both worlds. You get women and men. So why would he need to take some? We see this all the time with celebrities, man. You even with Tupac, everybody know Tupac didn't do that to that woman. You feel me? Everybody knows the setup, but see, the powers that be wanting Tupac off the street. So by any means necessary, it's gonna get him off the street. Same thing here with Shannon Sharp. I don't know what's going on with him behind closed doors. He done ruffled some feathers. He done made some people mad. Maybe even made Mr. Smith over here mad. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But what I can say is something's not right. And we finna get back to it. But do me a quick favor, man. Hit that like and subscribe button, man. You dig it? Like I'm telling you now. Listen, somebody told me, they say, listen, you got to tell these people to hit that like and comment button. If not, they gonna just think about you all day long. You're gonna be at work enjoying your day, driving down the street on your way home, and you're going to have me on your mind. I'm not the type of person you want to think about all the time. So go and hit that like button and subscribe. Anyway, let's get back to it.
Producer of First Take on ESPN. I recruited Shannon. I went and got him and brought him to ESPN. But I'm not the boss. Those are other folks. There are layers to this, and there are certain layers even I am not on. I can tell you, I also spoke to co-chairman of Disney, the boss, Jimmy Pitaro, who made it very, very clear we are taking this matter very seriously.
Yeah, he's gone. I'm going to tell you like this. And if y'all pay attention, that it's like Corey Holcomb said. He said, they will fire you for allegations. No truth, no nothing. Look how many football players, basketball players, actors that get caught, somebody accuse them of something and they lose all their endorsements. And I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's right that y'all just let people go based on allegations. They say you innocent to prove guilty, but when you dealing with people with money, you guilty until proven innocent. And even when you proven innocent, they still don't want nothing to do with you because your name is tarnished.
And we are looking into this very, very closely. And once we gather as many facts as we possibly can, we will go from there. And that is all he said.
Now, we're finna listen to this secretly recorded phone call, right? And I want y'all to give me y'all input on what you think. Now, come on now, don't hold back. I want to hear the truth from you. I want your honest opinion. If you think Shannon Sharpe guilty, put a thumbs down in the comment. If you think he's guilty, put a thumbs down in the comment. You feel me? If you think he's not guilty, put a thumbs up in that comment. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we only going by speculation. None of us was there. None of us know nothing. So, like I said, hit that like in that comment and that subscribe button. Put a thumbs up in the comment. Anyway, let's get back to this secretly recorded phone call.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be
Did y'all hear the? Hey, what does that even mean? Do that sound like somebody in distress? That sounds like somebody that want to be around somebody, trying to be cool with somebody, or for whatever reason. But whatever it may be, this conversation with her just don't sound right.
dick to me now, so
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
oh Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay.
I think that was that got him moment when he said, "I'm gonna effing choke the shit out of you." I think that was when why it got so quiet. Whoever she was around when she was recording phone call, probably in the background, like, "We got him, girl. We got him. That's all we needed. We got him." Let's finish listening.
Well, I don't.
It sounded like somebody in the background writing down. To me, it sounded like the way she responded, it sounded like she could have somebody in the background writing down things for her to say. You dig what I'm saying? Like, because she like get stuck. Like, we got it now. Where we go from here? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it seemed like to me.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Daddy.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public.
Again, do that sound like somebody just, I'm not interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going. Wouldn't you, and you're recording it, wouldn't you say, okay, I got it recorded, I'm finna go straight to the police right now? Why would you even say, okay, I guess we're going? Like, it just don't make sense to me. Now, let me be transparent. Maybe because she's young and she don't know the right words to say to express herself. Maybe that could be the reason. And I'm not saying that she's guilty. But what I am saying that she's lying. But what I am saying, what I will say, is show sound suspect.
Big black guy chokes small white woman.
This man said big black guy chokes white woman.
Shannon.
Well,
Not a good look that you did with the shit you did to me.
Okay, well,
and that's like the last person said. They said, sound like she might have a pimp or something because she's doing OnlyFans page. She's 23 years old. Now I want y'all to understand something, right? I'm not pointing the finger and saying because she do OnlyFans page that she's lying. I'm not saying that. But what I will say is this, right? Is a lot of female that are on OnlyFans pages, and I ain't saying every one of them, but a lot of these females do have somebody that they you know what I'm saying, that they listen to, that tell them what to do. You know what I'm saying? That tell them how to get the bread, pimp. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of females do have that. With that being said, so you never know that the dude she probably went back to her pimp, baby, guess who I met? Who? Shannon Sharpe. Oh, we in the money. Now, the only thing we got to do is play it off and act like this and act like that, and we good. We got this. You know what I'm saying? We finna get this bread. Act like he said, well, he like rough sex. Okay, well, let him have it. Because, come on, think about what she said. She said in one video, I don't know if I recorded or if y'all heard it, but she said somewhere in the video where I told you don't put it in my butt and you did anyway. No means no, right? So that means you are not saying you're trying to throw it in there, but that means you take it in the butt all the time. For you to say you kept doing it, a female ain't never got a sex essay in her butt. You feel me? She's not going in her buttock. She's not going to be sitting on the phone with you. Nigga, that's like being divergent. That's like something you being a virgin and somebody diversionizing you unwillingly. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't willing to do it. They just doing it. You ain't gonna sit there and take that. I mean, some females go to the police. A lot of females do nowadays. Because he's a celebrity, I feel like it was all a play. Like I think he's worth multi-millions of dollars. You don't think no female that he come across gonna think of a way to get it back out of him? Come on, man. Hit that like and comment, subscribe button.
Shannon Sharpe is somebody I work with a couple of days a week. Shannon Sharpe is somebody that I brought to ESPN. Works on First Take, which airs on ESPN every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. He's been with me every Monday and Tuesday. We've been number one for 13 years and counting. But since Shannon has arrived, obviously he's helped the show immensely. And I can't thank him enough for it. We've grown close as friends. I'd like to believe that. I certainly root for him. I know he's been through a lot in life. He's overcome a lot of things. And when he departed from Fox, I was more than happy to bring him on board here. So all I can speak about is what I know based on the reports, and I can speak about ESPN and Disney. To be clear, even though this podcast, this YouTube show is owned and operated by me solely, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be dismissive of ESPN, who employs me in my daytime job on First Take. So I sit here before you today letting you know that they are aware that this is a subject that I was going to broach, because I owe them that courtesy. With that being said, it's important to point out a couple of things. Number one, I was not there. I can provide no eyewitness account. And even though I got love and respect for Shannon Sharpe, and I'm sincerely hopeful and prayerful,
I don't believe you.
that he is completely innocent of the allegations that have been levied
No, you don't.
against him, I can't sit here and speak to his innocence or guilt from a knowledgeable place, because I have nothing to do with this. I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything. I don't even know this person. I know what the reports say. I know the reports, the things that have been reported on a multitude of outlets, from the AP to the New York Post to Forbes.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's it, man. You feel me? From there, man, I just want y'all to leave comments, man. Tell me what y'all think, man. Because to me, I just feel like it's a play. I really feel like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really feel like it's a play. I really feel like a lot of people don't understand that when you're a multi-millionaire, like I tell people this all the time. When you think about multi-millionaire's life, you can't imagine their life because you're not a multi-millionaire. Imagine being a multi-millionaire. You'll think of all the things that you want to buy. You'll think of all the things that you would get with the multi-millionaire. But imagine somebody that's been a millionaire for years and trying to keep his status up. And you got, come on, man. It's a cold game out here, man. And you got to play it right, man. Once you start making multi-millions of dollars, you can't just be meeting random chicks, and it's hard to date. When you're a multi-millionaire, you can't take nobody you meet serious. Listen, anybody, I don't care who you, any man out here, once you find out that a woman is worth multi-millions of dollars, no matter if you like her for her or not, nigga, that money gonna be on your mind. You're gonna be like, man, she got multi-million dollars. Well, that's how you gonna think. You know what I mean? But as far as getting over excuse my language, getting over and playing people and accusing people of things, I don't think that's right. You feel me? Now, we're going to sit back and let this play out, because I'm not going to say that she's guilty of lying. I ain't going to say she's, you know what I'm saying? I just want to see what the court, how it play out in the court. You know what I'm saying? And if, like I said, I'm not victim blaming. So if she is a victim, then let her get her just due. But if she's not a victim, then let her get her just due. You know what I mean? Because you can't just do people any kind of way and mess their life up with these crazy accusations, with these lies and rumors and stuff, and think the world just supposed to just look over it, all to be done with it. No, that man had lost multi-millions of dollars, endorsements, and all kind of money. But anyway, man, it's your boy Nut. Thank y'all for tuning into the Quarter Report, brought to you by the Red Knight Special, and this is Word on the Net. You dig what I'm saying? I'm your boy Nut, and see you next time. Hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed day, and hope God keep blessing you and your family.